Welcome back to the channel, motorcycle enthusiasts and fans of rolling automotive art. Today, we are bringing you a story that beautifully bridges the gap between high-end custom motorcycle building and one of the most iconic cinematic universes in human history. If you have ever wondered what the elite soldiers of the Galactic Empire would ride if they traded in their speeder bikes for some heavy American iron, we finally have the definitive answer. Prepare to feast your eyes on the breathtaking Harley-Davidson Stormtrooper, a heavily modified custom cruiser that brings a whole new meaning to the dark side of the road. This is not just a motorcycle with a clever paint job, it is a meticulously engineered, ground-up tribute to the iconic white and black armor of the Imperial forces, standing out as arguably one of the most aggressive and cleanly executed custom builds we have seen all year. To truly appreciate the magnitude of this rolling masterpiece, we first have to examine the canvas that the builders started with. The foundation for this interstellar cruiser is a legendary Harley-Davidson, a motorcycle that already possessed a rebellious, drag strip-inspired attitude straight from the factory. Customizers have long favored these heavy cruisers because of their torquey engines and their long, low stance. However, the master mechanics and designers behind this specific project decided that the stock configuration was simply not menacing enough to represent the Empire. They stripped the donor bike down to its bare frame, cutting, welding, and reshaping the chassis to accommodate a radical new vision. The goal was to create a motorcycle that looked as though it just rolled out of an Imperial armory, featuring sharp, angular lines and an uncompromising, aggressive silhouette that demands immediate attention the second it pulls up to an intersection. The most striking visual element of this custom Harley-Davidson is undoubtedly its flawless paintwork and bespoke body modifications. Drawing direct inspiration from the iconic Stormtrooper armor, the motorcycle is draped in a pristine, high-gloss pearl white finish that covers the custom fuel tank cover, the sweeping rear fender, the aggressive chin spoiler, and the headlight cowl. To create that signature sinister contrast, the brilliant white bodywork is heavily offset by deep pitch black components. The entire engine block, the massive front forks, the custom handlebars, and the swing arm have been meticulously powder-coated in a matte black finish, perfectly mimicking the black body glove worn underneath the white Imperial armor. The custom headlight nacelle is particularly striking, housing a brilliant LED optic that looks remarkably like the menacing visor of a stormtrooper helmet staring blankly back at you. It is an aesthetic triumph that balances extreme customization with an incredibly clean, minimalist color palette, proving that sometimes absolute stark contrast is the most effective way to turn heads. But the Stormtrooper is not just about a striking paint job, it completely redefines the muscular stance of the classic cruiser. The builders equipped this machine with a state-of-the-art air ride suspension system on the rear, allowing the rider to completely slam the motorcycle down onto the pavement with the push of a button for maximum show-stopping appeal when parked. When it's time to hit the highway, the suspension smoothly lifts the bike back to a safe and comfortable riding height. Tucked underneath that custom-fabricated, ultra-short rear fender is a massive, incredibly wide rear tire. We're talking about a monstrous piece of rubber that gives the bike an unmistakable dragster profile. To complement this fat rear end, the bike rolls on a set of breathtaking CNC-machined custom alloy wheels. These heavily milled rims feature a sharp, multi-spoke design finished in gloss black with machined aluminum edges, ensuring that the bike looks just as dynamic when it's standing completely still as it does when it's tearing down the asphalt. Moving on to the mechanical heartbeat of this Imperial enforcer, the builders ensured that its performance matched its highly aggressive appearance. The legendary V-twin engine was treated to a full Stage 1 performance upgrade to wake up those hidden horses. The restrictive factory airbox was discarded in favor of a high-flow custom intake, allowing the massive engine to breathe much more freely. But the true party piece of the powertrain is the bespoke exhaust system. The builders fitted a stunning, shorty-style custom exhaust featuring aggressive slash-cut tips. This unrestricted system completely unleashes the glorious, thunderous roar of the V-twin engine, ensuring that you'll hear this stormtrooper approaching long before you actually see it.
It is a deafening, chest-rattling symphony of combustion that perfectly suits the intimidating cinematic aesthetic of the motorcycle. The cockpit of the Stormtrooper is just as radically customized as the rest of the machine. The rider is positioned in an aggressive, leaned-forward stance, reaching out to grab a set of wide, low-slung drag bars. The controls have been completely minimized, utilizing micro-switch housings and beautifully machined custom grips that integrate seamlessly into the overall design. The traditional bulky gauge cluster has been replaced with a tiny, fully digital display that provides all the essential telemetry without cluttering the clean lines of the front end. The rider sits securely in a bespoke, hand-stitched leather and Alcantara saddle that blends flawlessly into the slope of the rear fender, providing just enough lower back support to handle the brutal acceleration this machine is capable of delivering on the open road. Ultimately, the Harley-Davidson Stormtrooper is a spectacular triumph of imagination, engineering, and obsessive attention to detail. It's a motorcycle that transcends the traditional boundaries of the custom bike scene, appealing not just to hardcore riders, but to fans of cinema and pop culture worldwide. It perfectly captures the imposing, clinical, and aggressive essence of an Imperial soldier, translating that cinematic magic into a fully functional, asphalt-tearing reality. For the lucky owner who gets to throw a leg over this machine, every single ride is guaranteed to be an absolute event, drawing massive crowds and dropping jaws wherever it goes. Thank you all so much for watching this comprehensive deep dive into one of the most unique custom builds we have ever seen. Please let us know in the comments below if you would pledge your allegiance to the dark side for a chance to ride this incredible machine, and we'll see you in the next one.